I turned 36 the past week, and I was thinking about what is the most important thing that I learned from 35 to 36 in relation to fitness and training. And I think it just boils down to three most important things. The first important thing is there is not going to be a quote unquote forever template or the perfect template. You're going to realize as you train that some things that worked before doesn't work for you now. It may work for you in the future, but it may change over the years. And that could be anything from high frequency to low frequency, high sets to low sets, high volume, low volume, you name it. Some exercise that worked for you may stop working for you, maybe because of life, age, injuries, recovery, sports, whatever you guys do. Things just change, and that's okay because that's life. So accept the fact that nothing is forever. So that's the first important thing that I learned. The second important thing that I learned is to stay off of social media. The problem with social media is it distorts a lot of what people think is reality. It distorts a lot of expectations and what people think is normal. So if you're on Instagram or YouTube and you see a 19-year-old influencer who's benching 315 with a six-pack and he's jacked, most likely, not all of them, but most likely they're on some form of TRT or some form of enhancement cycle or peptides or whatever. And to each their own. If you want to do that, go for it. But don't think that is the norm. Don't think going in like, okay, if a 19-year-old can do it, then so can I. No, it's, some people are just genetically gifted and some people are not. And you just have to play around with whatever you have been given in life. So if you're going to constantly be evaluating yourself against other people, then you're going to be disappointed in your progress. Your progress is going to be different, and that's just setting up for a world of disappointment. So be happy with who you are, and you don't need to settle for less, but just realize that you're only comparing against yourself and nobody else. And honestly, the best way to do that is just touch grass, go to the beach, go to the gym, go wherever, and you'll see that the average person is not what you see on the internet. And the third most important thing that I learned is things will change. And I know I kind of talked about this point in the first one, but what works for you is not going to work for other people. And the only way you can really determine that is by having a good training log. A training log should not just be the exercise, the reps and sets. It should have your thoughts. It should have how you felt that day, how an exercise made you feel. Because one thing you guys will notice is that maybe you'll do an exercise and at lighter weight, it's fine. But as the weights get progressively heavier, you start noticing things here and there. Maybe something kind of tweaks your back or it bothers your wrist or your elbows. But how would you know how it felt if you don't keep a record and your thoughts? And so this is really important. This is data that only you have access to. Nobody can tell you how you feel in your own body except for yourself. And even though it's not the most sexiest advice out there, I think it's the most underrated advice out there. Programming is easy, but having instant feedback to your body, only you can't pay money for that. Nobody has access to that except you. But I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are on what changed for you guys, what have you learned over the years. So comment below, that'll be appreciated.